I suggest you study this.
The views and opinions expressed on the Faygoluvers Podcast do not necessarily reflect those of us here at Faygoluvers.net. Some episodes may contain disturbing content. Discretion is advised.
Thanks for taking me to get a new suit, Klaus. I figure I should start planning for the spring harvest dance now.
Well, it's never too early to start thinking about outfits. I mean, I already know what I'm gonna wear to your funeral. My Insane Clown Posse t-shirt.
That looks great on you.
Yeah, no shit.
Who's some bears? Because I stabbed LTB, then hellishly beat Twisted Killer as he yelled and screamed. With numerous severed spleen, no one got read on amphetamine. Ripped open Pat Joyce and watched the fella bleed. Violent dope hanging from a tightened rope. And Sean Law dying with a knife inside his throat. Sexy lads ripped corpse buried inside a hole. Next to Twisted Raven, both with binded skulls. Some Americans axe to cut up cheap cloak. Cut a peak of Doom's wrist and watch him bleed slow. Then the stream flowed to PRJ's corpse and we soaked. Devouring flesh, strung on OMB's nose. While a chick, naked, rotting in the bed. He vented smoke with blood clotting in his chest. And I was just there talking with the dead. When Scottie snuck up and shot me in the head.
What's up, Juggalos, and welcome to the Faygoluvers Podcast. Today is December 3rd, 2017. This is episode number 28. I am your homie Roscoe, and I'm going to be your host for this episode of the podcast. Ninjas, for the first time ever, if you don't count Zug Island, Lil Poke, or Mars, we have a Psychopathic Records recording artist. Hell yeah, DJ Clay joins us on this episode of the podcast. We speak on the upcoming Toys in the Hood show that's going down December 3rd at Harpo's, a possible new full-length album dropping, Armed Robbery Entertainment, working with the new cats on Psychopathic Records, Lyte and Ouija, and a whole lot more. Definitely stick around for that. Also, we talked about this on the last episode of the podcast. Not long ago, Scottie D got the chance to interview Dale Miettinen, aka D-Lyrical, who recently garnered some attention after ICP's Intelligence and Violence album was pressed up and made available for the first time in like 30 years. For those of you who don't know, D-Lyrical was briefly a part of ICP, and he actually represented the intelligence portion of Intelligence and Violence, Violent J representing the violence portion. As described in Violent J's book Behind the Paint and detailed in this interview, D-Lyrical received a karaoke boombox as a gift, and when Violent J caught wind of that, well, he became friends with D-Lyrical pretty quickly, and they recorded the Intelligence and Violence album. In this interview, D-Lyrical tells his side of the story. He drops some tales about things that happened with ICP and crew. He speaks on John Kickchass, Juggalos, Violent J, and a whole lot more. Scottie was also joined by Vinnie The ICP Kid for the interview, and if you want to hear the entire almost hour-long interview, hit up the link in the show notes. Or, if you want to hear a clip of that, a 7 or 8 minute sound clip from that interview, just keep listening to this podcast, ninjas. We're going to be playing some of that later on. Stick around. Of course, I gotta bring this up. Juggalos, the final chapter of the Faygoluvers exclusive docu-series 20 and 17 is now available. It is not titled The End, but it is titled Forever. I personally remember Scottie D hitting me up asking me if he thought it would be cool to release his podcast documenting the last 20 years of ICP's history, and to be honest, I didn't think it was going to be that dope. Scottie forwarded me the email and I gave it a shot. I listened. Well, needless to say, I was super fucking impressed with what I heard, and I knew immediately what Brandon was trying to do with this series. The title of every chapter in the series was also sent over, and I honestly could not wait to hear what was coming next from it, and the rest is basically history. So hit up the link in the show notes to listen to the final chapter of 20 and 17, chapter 17. Also, this also means that the entire series is now available for your listening pleasure, all 17 chapters. That is also available in the show notes. Hit up the link. One more thing about 20 and 17 that I want to mention is that Brandon is actually selling CD copies of the entire series, all 17 chapters, and it actually comes with 3 bonus chapters, and that is Carnival of Carnage, Ringmaster, and Riddlebox. In the Faygoluvers world of new CD releases, the Magic Ninja Entertainment collaboration album Twisted Presents Year of the Sword is now available. Hell yeah, as you ninjas know, the album features every single currently signed Magic Ninja Entertainment artist spanned over 19 tracks. If you purchase a physical copy, it features a 9-track bonus album with new tracks from each artist and group signed to the label. Hell yeah, hit up the link in the show notes. One final thing that I want to mention before we get into the actual new segments of the Faygoluvers podcast is that Chad Karsten recently interviewed the ex-member of Hollywood Undead, Deuce. Hell yeah, it's a Faygoluvers quickie, 10 questions, but for all you ninjas who were fans of Hollywood Undead just like I was, And I do say was because I was really only into the first 2 releases, but Deuce was on the first release, so dope. Either way, hit up the link in the show notes to check out that interview. Chad Karsten, Faygoluvers, dope. Some words of wisdom that my homie Punk Rock Juggalo once said: support what you like and ignore what you don't.
Hello? Yo, can you hear me? If you can hear me, call right back, because I can't hear you.
They got me trapped up in this hell. Another story to tell. This life got me wanting to pick up my gun quick. These voices in my head got me thinking of dumb shit. It get dark and these thoughts don't get caught up, just run, bitch. My squad is so loony and crazy and some sick. I've been having visions, my eyes are so wide shut. Put my mic down and I'm picking these lines up. Making beats with my pistols as soon as I ride up. Make the chorus with your screams and I mix it with knife cuts. My emotions are all bottled, my feelings are quite gone. I don't fabricate, this my heart and live right songs. My mama, yeah, she told me I'm living my life wrong. The devil pulling strings, I'm a puppet like why God. This is poison in my soul and I know I'ma die slow. Haven't shed a tear, there's nothing to cry for. Haunted by my past, I don't know where I'm headed, yo. I'm trapped in the dark world asking, let me go. Somebody take off these chains. Let me go. They got me trapped up in this hell. Let me go. Another story to tell. Let me go. Somebody take off these chains. Let me go. They got me trapped up in this hell. Let me go. Another story to tell.
Fuck it, y'all. We still talking about Gmo. Check it out. First news item. Gmo announced that over at twistedshop.com they released hard copies of his 2015 release, the Android 15 EP. I originally thought that this album was not pressed up on CD, but I'm hearing a few copies were pressed up back in 2015. It looks like this is going to be the 3rd installment in MNE's Welcome to the Underground Collection series, the first being Twisted Psychomania EP, and the second being Triple Threat's self-titled LP. Very dope. This album definitely deserves this treatment in this ninja's opinion, and this is just a little something to tide you over until that Filth Factory drops, ninjas. Hit up twistedshop.com and pick that shit up. Just when you thought you were done 17ing, details for the annual Big Ballers Christmas Party have been announced. As promised, they've moved the location again, with this year's being in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out to my Tennessee ninjas. Oh shit. Down South Christmas Party for the win. What the fuck? You're going to see all kinds of JCW action and performances by Psychopathic Records' own Lyte Ouija, also Project Born, DJ Clay, ABK, Big Hoodoo, and of course, the Insane Clown Posse. Tickets are going to be $23 in advance or $25 at the door. Also, more freshness. 4 great Malenko tour dates have also been announced to wrap up this already amazing year. Check out the link in the show notes to see if your lucky city gets the chance to see it. And don't forget to pick up those VIPs. Ninjas, hit up InsaneClownPosse.com for all the information you're looking for.
And I'm a disgrace, so I reach for the 9. Shot him in his spine.
Yo, it's Necro, the sexorcist, the porn king, show me your breast, it says I'm the best there is. The foul shit bounce with me, degrading, depraving, debauchery, you're naked.
Necro, it's Necro. I have some Necro news for all you Necro fans out there. Check it out. A couple weeks ago, the homie Necro announced the name of the first single from his upcoming LP, The Sexorcist Part 2, The Pervert Is Back. That track actually dropped a couple days ago, December 1st. It is titled Gluteus Maximus. Necro describes it as a super insane porn banger. Hell yeah. Hit up the link in the show notes to see the artwork for the single and to hear that track, Necro.
Two glitter panty, sexy belt, had to have you. Ridiculous pussy lips, I predicted you be...
This is pretty dope. Check it out, ninjas. Over at Twisted's Facebook page, they've got some new info up about how to see their new music video for the track Nothing to You from the Continuous Evolution of Life's Question Marks album. All you have to do is follow them on Spotify and you are immediately taken to a link to the video. I already follow them on Spotify, so basically I just clicked the link and I was taken immediately to the music video. Shit is dope. Check it out. Here's what they had to say. Calling all Spotify users, head over to, insert link here, now to be the first fans to check out our new video for Nothing to You off of the continuous evolution of life's question marks. All you have to do is follow us on Spotify and the video is yours to check out. Hit up the link in the show notes, follow them on Spotify, check out the new music video for Nothing to You. Over on the Insane Clown Posse's official Facebook page, a message was posted up thanking the UK Juggalos for the success of the Spray the UK tour, which wrapped up a couple weeks ago with back-to-back shows in Birmingham and Manchester. In addition, the Clowns hint at plans for another UK tour in 2018 to 2019, along with the debut of, drum roll please. Once again, if you do not hear a drum roll sound effect, it's because I was too fucking lazy to go find one. The premiere of the first ever Juggalo Weekend UK. Here's the message straight from ICP's Facebook page. Check it out. UK Juggalos, we're so sorry that it took so long to return. It was fucking amazing to see the Juggalo love overseas not only remain intact, but it was actually doubled or tripled in size. We're so grateful and appreciative that you ninjas hung on so strong, instead of straying and giving up on us, and spread your clown love even further. It's hard to imagine fan support so loyal and true, but there you are, the real deal. We thank you, we love you immensely, and we promise to return, if not in 18, most definitely in 19. We'll be back to premiere the first ever Juggalo Weekend UK, and without question, we'll bring a hurricane of diamond rain. We promise an event so special that it's never been seen by Juggalos anywhere. We have a new profound appreciation and respect for UK ninjas, and you can bet we're gonna flex that. You've shown us an epic level of love, and now it's our turn to do the same for you. Clown love, fam. See you soon. ICP. Very dope. So, I don't know about y'all, but if I was a British Juggalo, I would definitely be keeping my ear to the ground for more details on that. I definitely want to be hitting that up. A British Juggalo mini gathering weekend in like 2018, 2019 would be super fucking dope. And you know that we're going to keep you posted with more details as they're revealed, ninjas.
Hey kids, today's magic number is gonna be the number 9. 9.
Mm-hmm. We got some news for all you Hopsin fans out there. His new album, No Shame, is now available for streaming and download at various digital outlets. You can actually hit up the link in the show notes to get more information on that. He also released the latest installment of his Ill Mind of Hopsin series. That's going to be Ill Mind of Hopsin 9. Also, hit up the link in the show notes to hear that. Here is a sound clip of Hopsin actually explaining the Ill Mind of Hopsin, followed by a sample of Ill Mind of Hopsin 9. Check it out, ninjas.
People question, like, is this for real? Like, yeah, it's a real story.
Yeah, no, it's a real story. And it's crazy, like, hearing the song and, you know, people can go, oh, this is a cool song or whatever, or a cool video. But when I'm watching it, I'm like, dude, this, like, it seems cool, but, like, yo, this is really my messed up reality. Like, it's so not cool in my world, you know what I'm saying?
Our lives could have been so good, but mama had to fuck it all up. And now your daddy doesn't fuck with your mama. Hell no, no, daddy doesn't fuck with your mama.
All together, come on.
Our lives could have been so good, but mama had to fuck it all up. And that's why daddy doesn't fuck with my mama. Hell no, no, daddy doesn't fuck with my mama.
Oh, hello, son. I really wish I knew you. I'm your father you'll probably never be introduced to. You'll only see me on TV or maybe YouTube. But now I know your mama is probably dating some new dude. So how you liking Earth? Are you loving your existence? I wasn't at your birth, cause your mother made me miss it. I tried to get a visa, I applied and they denied it. Cause your mama told the police that I beat her, she was lying. And now I'm banned for something bad that I ain't even do. There's a lot of land and water separating me and you. You're far away in Australia and I am in America. So I cannot be there to do all of the things a parent does. This is my attempt at me raising you from a distance. You have Hopsin in your blood, you are special and you are gifted. The punishment your mother is giving me doesn't seem fair. Just know I love you, son, and I'm wishing that I could be there.
Got some Scarecrow news for you ninjas. Check it out. A couple weeks ago, our homie Boondocks gave Juggalos a little update on what he's been working on this past year and what his plans are for 2018. He said that he has some Turncoat Dirty themed merch that he's never released and he's putting up for sale very soon. That's right, I said Turncoat Dirty. He also said that there's going to be a Turncoat Dirty project happening and that he's going to be heading to the dojo in January to work on a project that he's extremely excited about. Here's what he had to say on Facebook. Working on a little something special for fans of Turncoat Dirty. No, it's not a record, that's going to happen, but a few pieces of merch that were never released. It'll be limited, but still, it's a little something cool for my supporters that are also down with the dirty. Also, headed up to the dojo in mid-January to work on my next MNE release. Super hyped on that because it's a project that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. It's quite possible that 2018 will bring double, maybe even triple releases for yours truly. Turncoat Dirty is coming back, ninjas. Hell yeah. Alright. We are going to get into our interview with our homie D-Lyrical, conducted by Scottie D and Vinnie The ICP Kid. Then we're going to get into a commercial break. And after that, we're going to be getting into our interview with our homie DJ Clay. Stick around, ninjas.
Much colder now, I'm bolder now, the shoulder now to keep me from breaking up in these motherfucking villains out here in the street. Villains out here packing heat, villains out here trying to eat, villains out here fitting to meet the code and the steel of that 9 milli meal in the back of their skull, out the front of their grill. They call me Turncoat Dirty. I thought y'all bitches don't make no
intelligence and violence.
All right, what up, y'all, and welcome to an exclusive interview with Dale Miettinen, aka D-Lyrical of Intelligence and Violence fame. Ever since Intelligence and Violence was repressed by Psychopathic a few months ago, Juggalos have been clamoring for more info about this mysterious part of ICP history. Dale, how are you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. It's good to talk to you, Scott. That's for sure.
Definitely. Also joining me on this phone call is Vinnie The ICP Kid, who I felt could provide some perspective as an OG Juggalo. What's up, Vinnie?
Hey, what's going on, brother? You guys doing all right?
Yeah, man, I'm doing great.
What's up, Vinnie? How you doing, man?
I'm fucking good, brother. I'm fucking good, man. It's
cool. I've seen a lot of articles with your name in it and stuff like that when I do my little history lessons every now and then, dude. I like to keep up pretty much on current events, you know what I'm saying? And I see Vinnie The ICP Kid all the time, so I'm like, oh, that'd be cool if he's going to add him to this fucking little thing, so let's do this.
So Dale, Joe met you for the first time at Primo's. Is that where you worked initially in Detroit?
Yeah. Okay. So I had just moved to that area, really, and I had been to a different school here in my life, and like dancing and rapping were like my thing to make friends and stuff. So when I moved in. It was right down the street on Lincoln Avenue. I don't know if I should give addresses or not like that. Actually, the house probably get bombarded with bullets bit. But yeah, it's East Lincoln, right there across from the Royal Little Boys and Girls Club, man. And I went up there and got a job, and like a couple months later, this guy gets a job there delivering pizzas, dude. And he used to flip boxes while I used to flip pies. And he'd make boxes and shit all day. And we sit there and clown with each other all the time, like make fun of each other all the time. And that was Johnny, you know what I'm saying?
That was John Kick Jazz, right?
Kick Jazz. Like, we come to work, dude, and he'd be like, actually, he's the one that gave me the name Stale Dale, if you want to know the truth, him and his brother Joey. And that's actually a cool thing with me, dude. I got no problem. I own the shit out of that. I mean, I maybe in the book you put it a certain way, but, dude, Stale Dale, my friend's been calling me that since I was 17 years old, and that's just the way you talk to one another. You know, he'd come into work, and I'd be like, John Ritter, and he'd be like, you know, Dale Earnhardt. It was bullshit, dude. That's just how you clown with each other. So get that one out of the air right now.
Right. So John talked you up to to Violent J about your rap skills, but I assume like you knew John pretty well, right? Just through working with him.
Oh yeah. After work, we go to my house every day.
Oh, okay.
And I never really showed John none of my raps and stuff like that. But like after work, everyone used to go to my house because it was like 2 blocks down. So like after work, go back there and clown around in like the parking lot, and then we go back to my house and go down to the basement and hang out and shoot the shit. And I kept rapping for him all the time, and he kept saying some raps too. And he's like, "Oh, I'm just bullshitting." Like Johnny wasn't that serious about it back then. It was just something that he just kind of wanted to do, but he really didn't want to do it. And then one day he's like, "I got a friend who raps." I'm like, "Oh yeah?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "You should battle him." I'm like, "Dude, whatever, dude." Because I was really more of a dancer. I didn't rapping wasn't really my thing for like I wanted to make money or nothing. That is how I made friends. So he goes, I'm going to have him come up to work someday. I'm like, whatever. So I kind of flew him off. And then they kind of showed up at fucking work one day. The whole crew of them.
Well, Violent J in his book Behind the Paint, he described your raps as fresh, but he said that they were all positive and educational and that he hated it. What made you want to approach your rap that style, like being all inspirational?
Well, that's his opinion. I mean, when you listen to the raps I did on Intelligent Violence, what did you think? Did you think I was trying to be inspirational and all educational?
No, I think he probably meant more along the lines of you didn't cuss at all, so that was kind of different for him.
Well, it wasn't prevalent to me because it wasn't on the radio back then. You know, people weren't cussing that much, and NWA was just started, bro, and that underground like thing. And okay, so I mean, it's the style. I was 16, 17 years old, man, and that was the style back then. And cussing really wasn't my thing. Rakim was my idol, dude, and the man didn't have to cuss. You know what I mean? If you had to cuss, that means you were just trying to sell a line with that cuss word. And I wasn't trying to do that. That's all it was. If it fit, then hell yeah, I'd put it in there. It wasn't a big deal to me. But yeah, for the most part, I didn't want to cuss too much.
He said and I'm just kind of rolling down the bullet points in the book, but he basically said that he busted his gangster rap, Something to Say, and you dug it.
Oh, dude, first we went outside behind Primo's, bro. Yeah, we went behind Primo's, okay? He's like, he said that we were already on a smoke break or whatever because business was slow in the book. And I don't remember it that way. I remember it like I was inside working, and they all came in like the area where you order your pies and stuff. And then I remember Johnny at the end of the counter, he's just over there giggling. I'm like, what? He goes, that's my boy that raps. And Joe was just sitting there like, I mean, thugged out, bro. I mean, he used to wear the bandanas and the flannel shirts up, and just the way he looks now, dude. I mean, the way they are now is the way they were back then. There is no difference between them now and then. There's no way. They are the people that they are, dude. I swear to God.
That's fresh.
So we're back there. And they all, I mean, we just get in this huge fucking circle. And Bob Primo's, he kind of like shut the whole place down, dude. Even the customers like came out back and stuff. I swear to God. And it was like really fun. So me and Joe get in this circle, and John's like, bust a rat, Dale. So like, all right. So I think I did Dug Your Own Grave or something like that. I'm not really sure what it was. And then, he came back with Something to Say or Gangster Code. I don't know. He came like, Something to Say, I guess it was. So yeah, he came back with Something to Say, and dude, he really liked my shit. But dude, when he came like, yo, Violent J, yo, homeboy packing a punch, knocked out Greg on the motherfucking Grady Bunch. We all fell the fuck out. Let me just tell you that right now, dude. We all laughed our asses off, bro. It was like a Beastie Boys, like NWA, like just really, really kind of. It was cool, man. See, and he wasn't rapping like to music, so if he wasn't on beat, it didn't matter at that time. And I was like, dude, this guy's got something. I'm like, man, we should do something together. For sure.
Right, and fast forward a few months, and he actually found out that through John that you had a karaoke machine.
Yeah, after me and John hung out some more, and then me and John started going to the record store together and picking up like these little cassette singles and stuff, and going back to my house. And John used to buy the most corniest of them all, bro. He used to buy like the really weird ones. And he bought actually the Soul to Soul, dude. He's the one that bought the Soul to Soul. I swear to God. He's like, dude, you should rap this. I'm like, dude, I ain't rapping that corny ass shit. And then, but when Joe came over, so yeah, Joe calls me on the phone, dude. He's like, yo, man, let's do this. I'm like, what? Okay. He goes, Johnny told me you got some fresh ass gear. I'm like, cool. So I'm like, dude, his style was nothing like mine. I mean, I was like, how the fuck am I gonna like do a duet or, you know? I was like, okay, so he comes over, right? Comes downstairs, and have you ever been around him? Dude, he's like a large presence, dude. when he enters a room, and in my little ass basement, dude, he took up the whole place. It wasn't just his size. It was like he already had that aura about him. He was definitely Joe, and he came down with Joey, and I think John Klein was with him, and John Rhodes. Like, they were all together that first time. But, like, that was the only time that they were there, all of them, I think. Because the rest of the times that John was, that we recorded, it was just me and Joe there. And we were, like, really working hard to try to put something together. It was kind of fun.
I'm D-Lyrical, oh yeah, you guessed it. Born in the D, don't like to be messed, but ain't a chance you could dance or cut a rug like me. So what's your plan? Who's your man? Yeah, that be me. I'm D-Lyrical, I'm D-Lyrical, I'm D-Lyrical, I'm D-Lyrical, I'm D-Lyrical, I'm D-Lyrical. You can't believe who you see, who's in front of you, cuz. But for now, just clap, no need to hold your applause. And bounce your ass to this beat, dogs drop it. Bounce your ass with me, don't stop, yeah. Gonna make you move your feet to the beat. Gonna make you move, no need for a seat. And dance like you never danced before. Get on the floor and get raw. Cause this is the time for me to bust out a rhyme to put you suckers in check and let you know I'm the lyrical.
I'm the lyrical. I'm the lyrical.
I'm D-Lyrical, oh yeah, you guessed it. Born in the D, don't like to be messed. But ain't a chance you could dance or cut a rug like me. So what's your plan, who's your man? Yeah, that be me.
I'm the lyrical. 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 I'm the lyrical.
They try to take our soul, pave the way, but they take control. Planes and drones be flying low, then they see the clouds and map out the crows. Real hippie life, no faking, bro. Fuck spider mites, let the ladybugs go. No pesticides, no GMOs. We learned to stay organic many moons ago. Grow exotic, everybody stoked. Pass it around to your partner, do-si-do. SFVOG on IG, got the content of THC that I need. Dip the clones, feed on hump the seeds, humidities in the greenie like the Florida Keys. Get the D hump cracking, it's 100 degrees. We need to feed the girls back water with seaweed. Smoking on a blunt, pop in the CD. Weed so strong, I'm seeing in 3D. People think I'm playing, I make it look easy. If they need the best weed, they come in to see me. Humboldt County is the birthplace. Quality, we in first place. Don't believe me, take a survey. Where we live, every day is like a birthday. Put a tarp, make it all dark. Living in the hills and we got heart. Terpene smelling like a Pop-Tart. Black market still looking for a cop car. Smell the bud when I pull up in the driveway. No trespassing, better read what the signs say. Weed music international rap stars on a rated invader replaying at the dab bar.
I'm in the zone off this honeycomb.
2017 was the year of the sword, and Magic Ninja Entertainment showed no mercy with national releases including Lex the Hexmaster's Contact, G-Moski's My Filthy Spirit Bomb, Twisted's The Continuous Evolution of Life's Question Marks, Gorilla Voltage's Ape X, Boondox's The Murder, the ROC's Digital Voodoo, and Young Wicked's The Return of the Prodigal Son, an onslaught of independent releases, and a fury of vinyl releases. Oh, and we're not done either. To close out the year, Lex the Hexmaster dropped his second full-length album, Beyond Redemption. And on November 24th, Twisted will be releasing a brand new 7-inch vinyl, Ain't Been Right, as a Record Store Day exclusive to celebrate the holiday season. To close out the year, Twisted has put together the ultimate collaboration album featuring every ninja on M&E. The project, titled Year of the Sword, will feature the entire M&E roster, all on one jam-packed album. In stores nationwide on December 1st, 2017. Get ready for 2018 as we debut Bizarre of D12 and Detroit legendary MC King Gordy's new group, The Last American Rock Stars. Self-titled full-length album. AMB's first album in 4 years, Muerte. G-Moski's second full-length M&E release, Charlie and the Filth Factory, and much, much more. We want to thank each and every one of you for supporting M&E's evolution and making us the #1 record label of the underground.
What up?
Who's this?
That's Roscoe.
Roscoe Pico. What up, man?
What's going on?
Where you repping, son?
What's that?
I said, where are you repping?
Where am I repping?
Yes.
Canada, Ontario.
Nice. Our friends to the north.
Nada. Yeah.
Actually, Detroit, that could be south or east.
Could be, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you're like right to the west of me, actually.
So you're a Windsor.
So our Canadian homie.
Close to Windsor, yeah.
Are you down for the bootleg swap meet?
I am.
What you got up to trade?
Well, I got a couple things, but if you don't like the first one, I'll try the second one if that's all right with you.
I mean, go ahead and shoot your first one first.
Shoot some love.
All right. Oh, I got some old school and new Mad magazines.
Miss Clay's call.
I mean, how many?
Oh!
I got like from 96 up, and I got some like really old school ones from like the 70s and the 80s. And
So you just got like a shit ton.
Shit ton.
I got a shit ton. I got a stack.
I mean,
pretty
they
sweet.
could be used for
What kind of condition are they in?
many other things.
Actually, some of the old ones are in pretty good condition.
As good as this X-Men vs. the Avengers first pressing, first episode, or first issue.
Am I down for that? Fuck yeah.
Is your Mad magazines in as prestige condition?
Your
as
Man
this?
magazines.
Your Man magazines.
Fuck. Most of them are, man. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe not in like mint condition, but there's no tears, no shit like that.
All right, what's your backup plan?
Well, real quick.
Hold on. This is Clay
So
shit.
real quick, just an estimate about how many magazines total.
Oh fuck, man. Well, it's like what, 12 a year, 96 up. I probably got like an additional 40.
How are you gonna afford to send those? That's
gonna be a heavy package.
Right. That's like what, like 400 bones? I don't know. What is that, Chop?
That's got to be a lot. I mean,
wait, 400 bones. Bones. How much is that?
Bones would know.
400 of me.
How much is?
It probably would weigh more than you.
Yeah.
Right? For real.
We can ship bones for cheaper.
I'd say at least $100 though.
To you to come pick them up.
At least $100 for sure.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. I overnighted a fucking CD and it cost me $36.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
A box of, well, I don't know though.
Then he's going to charge us for shipping and handling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's up to you. What was your second option? Because I think the magazines are pretty cool.
Alright, well, I didn't want to fucking... Alright, it's a 1976 Oldsmobile Omega, but it don't have a fucking engine.
A fucking car?
I can drive it down there, man.
A car for a comic book?
You know what? Like I said, man, it don't have an engine. My old man owns
So how you going to drive it down?
Yeah, how you going to drive it here if you don't have...
My old man, he owns a trucking company. I can get it down there.
He's got like a little wheel with a hamster in it with a little carrot.
Wait a minute. Chop.
Yo.
This is by far the craziest thing. Chop, pull up a picture of a what year?
1976.
Nick, pull it up on the screen. A 19 what?
1976 Oldsmobile Omega.
A 76 Oldsmobile Omega.
Whoa, this dude wants to trade you a car.
I'm taking.
Where you been? You're sitting right here.
I was reading this shit on here.
Whoa.
This other dude's like, I want to give Clay a pair of 10.5 pink and black
All right,
Supras.
that's not what we're fucking with right now.
Those are the shit. I don't want pink.
All right,
that's what I thought was funny.
It's not the Twitter swap meet, all right? This is like over the phone.
That's some real shit. Can we pull that car up, or is Chop gonna have to do it? Oh, they got it. I like that voice.
We're working on it, guys.
If you could hear him at home. But a fucking car? What kind of shape is this car besides the engine? Is it rust, Bondo? You know what I'm saying? What color? What's the interior?
Am I gonna have to put about 15 grand into it to get it looking nice?
No.
There it is. Look.
Well, you know, you gotta buy a new engine.
Yo, that's dope.
It's got a couple cigarette burns in it, but it ain't got a fucking ounce of rust on it.
All right, look,
is it drop top or is it hard top?
Are you looking at the screen right now? Are you watching your computer screen?
Yeah, but it's lagged out, man, so I can't fucking...
Does it look like that? Minus the engine?
Is it that clean?
Yes, that's it right there.
It's that clean?
It's that clean.
What the fuck?
Holy shit. All right.
How could you say no?
I'm not... You fucking clearly got the win with that.
I mean, that's...
Hey, Clay.
What?
Clay, I'm not going to give you my fucking car.
Damn.
Yo, you were geek the shit.
Get the
He was
fuck
like,
out of
I'm
here.
gonna drive that shit. Yo, even the thug phone is like,
Right, the thug phone.
I wouldn't give you my magazines, man, but no, not my car.
No matter fucked you off for it, dickhead.
You got it mad excited. That's why you got
Well, no, I was about to say that took the cake on everything that's been offered. I mean,
no, it didn't, because you wouldn't even plan on giving it to
you weren't planning on giving it to it.
Oh, dog, straight up, that was the dopest shit ever.
That was, you were the shit for that. And, and yeah, go ahead and stay on the line for the books, all right?
All right.
Do not hang up.
Yeah.
You should hang up on him just for that tactic.
No, I didn't hang up on him. When I go back to him, I will, though.
Dog, you got school. Don't even front.
Dog, I knew he wasn't going to send a fucking car, dog.
They say he's going to drive it down here with no engine.
Yeah, with no engine. Yeah, exactly. But that would have been crazy. He would have definitely won if it was for real.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Bitches, bottles, rubbers, balloons, bars, Molly, Pinky, shrooms, lights, camera, action, fooling, live, life,
Welcome back to the Faygoluvers Podcast. I am here with Psychopathic Records' own DJ Clay. Clay, how the hell are you, brother?
What up, homie? What up, fam? Shout out to all the juggalos out there listening, Faygoluvers. Been a minute since we sat down and did a little interview. How you doing, homie?
I'm doing excellent, homie. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining us for the interview. It has been a minute. Right out the gate, I want to ask you about the Toys in the Hood benefit show going down December 9th at Harpo's. Can you fill us in on that a little bit?
Yeah, man, it's a pretty cool show because, it's more than just a show, just a December show. Everybody in December usually does Toys for Tots or some sort of, donation, canned food drive and stuff like that. We always like giving back. And especially this show in particular, it's not through Toys for Tots, but it is through a local Southwest Detroit organization called Chicano Revolution. And that's ran by the Rude Boy of Psychopathic Records. Him and a few other people have their hands in the Chicano Revolution. It's for Southwest Detroit kids, and kids not just in Southwest Detroit, but kids all over the hood that are a little underprivileged and don't have clothes or toys. And what's cool about Chicano Revolution is they do more than just Christmas. Not just Christmas, they do stuff like this all year round. I could fill you in on some detail on that. Like, they were started 2 years ago in Southwest Detroit. It's like giving back to my people as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm Mexican. We do that too. It's not just Mexican kids, but that's the organization. Chicano Revolution is a Mexican-based organization. These toys for everybody, though. But it started a couple years ago. They teamed up with Marcus Garvey movement, along with Detroiters helping each other. They make sure that clothing, all that stuff, around Christmas time, but all throughout the year. The Toys in the Hood show is teaming up with them and having them run the entire toy drive. There's no child without a toy is their slogan. They've been doing some cool stuff for the last 2 years that I've seen. We're pretty excited to team up with them. We're happy to team up with them because what they do is they have an event before Christmas as well. And I see it because I'm in Southwest Detroit still, so I see it all happening. So that's why I think it's pretty dope that we're teamed up with them and they're running this. Not the show per se, but they're running the toy drive. They come back around like the 16th, I believe, 16th of December, and they have a big thing going on in Southwest Detroit. And all those toys get passed out to kids throughout Detroit, all the kids that show up to where they hold it at. Sometimes Toys for Tots, I'm not trying to bash none of that stuff. Sometimes I don't necessarily see it with my own eyes where these toys go and who they get distributed to. But this stuff is a little more personal. It's a little more hand-on with Chicano Revolution. I see these toys getting passed out a few weeks later. So I think that's pretty cool. Not to mention just that in the spirit of Christmas, but, we got a dope-ass lineup.
Right.
I'm performing. The Hoodoo's performing. The newest artist on the label, Ouija Macc, performing. We got a bunch of dope openers. It's going to be real cool. We're expecting it to be a great night, because it's not just for us, it's for kids as well.
Right. Well, in the article, when I wrote it, I had no idea that Rude Boy was actually a part of the Chicano Revolution there. That ninja does have a huge heart.
Yeah, he has a real big heart when it comes to stuff like that. I felt like reaching out to him obviously was the best thing to do for around my neighborhood. The show's not just mine, but Rudy's our connection, so we make sure we reached out to him. That's our boy. That's like my uncle right there. It's my brother, so we reached out to him, and I felt like it was the best fit for the Detroit-based show,
Well, as I was saying, homie, like, whether it's a wicked shit rap show or like a Christian charity event, anything that's for a good cause, dope. But if you're into the wicked shit, why not give back and hit up a show and watch some wicked shit while you're giving back? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Come support the underground. Come support the children. come support Chicano Revolution. There's many good reasons to come out.
Right, and that's December 9th at Harpo's?
That's December 9th at Harpo in Detroit. The event page is going on. There's ticket links. You can go to any of my social media, any of Big Hoodoo social media, Ouija. Faygoluvers has it promoted. Chicano Revolution page. You know, any of those, you'll be able to find all the promotion for this Toys in the Hood show on December 9th.
Just stepping into the mind of DJ Clay here for a second. I wanted to ask you, is there any new mixtapes dropping? I saw some rumors or some pictures about a 17 mixtape. Is that still going to be in the works?
There's speculation about that. Put it this way, if it don't come out in 17, there might not be a 17 mixtape.
Right,
but
right.
There is a mixtape in the works, I can tell you that right now. And there's a lot more, I read on social media a lot. I like connecting with the fans. I always read what they have to say. As a juggalo, I know what I want.
Right.
And I like knowing what other juggalos want. When I read and I'm starting to get anticipation for albums, just know that your boy's been doing a lot more writing as well, too. You know, everybody said I need to put out a solo record, so I've been doing a lot more writing. I'm speculating on that. There's no date set for anything like that, but just know that I am putting some stuff on the side, locking it up in the safe, you know, getting ready for the right time to unleash it, you know?
Right, right. You're putting some shit to the side for a mixtape or for a full length?
For a full length.
Oh, snap. There's a full length announced a few years back, right? I think people are still waiting on that shit.
Yeah, it's pretty anticipated. I'm reading the social media a lot. A lot of people are saying you need to do more solo stuff, meaning the rap. And even the record label recognizes that. I mean, we sit down and Clay, yo, Clay, man, you gotta do more rap stuff. Okay, cool. No problem. I got you.
Hey, I gotta ask you, wasn't there an interview that you and Hoodoo did where they said, what was the best advice you ever got? And you said, don't rap?
Yeah. It was the question of best advice I got to give.
Oh, the best advice you got to give. Okay, I was gonna say, because that was not very good advice.
I don't remember exactly what the question was, but I think that might have been it.
Oh, okay. I just want to ask, just really quickly, you don't have to go too in-depth with this question, but where did the initial interest in DJing come from? Where did you pick that up from?
Yeah, I picked that up when I was young as hell. I was young, man. I was like 11 years old when I got into that. I was making it as crazy as it sounds. And I'm sure I said this in other interviews as well. I can't 100% confirm that if I went this far back in time to where I was like 11 years old. I was doing like little mixtapes before I had turntables. I was making mixtapes off tape decks. Just like dual cassette tape decks and shit when I was like 11 years old. You know, I passed them out amongst like my uncle's friends. You know, I'd only make a few. And then as I got a little bit older, by the time I reached 13, I got my first pair of turntables. It's just something I've always been into. It was music in general, but DJing what really caught my ear and eye. A lot of DJs that were out around in Southwest at the time that ain't nationwide names. There's local Detroit DJs. These are all cats that are older than me, and they're all OGs in Southwest. They were a big inspiration. Just seeing the mixtapes all around my neighborhood and stuff. All right, that's cool. I used to bang those mixtapes. Southwest Detroit predominantly known for like freestyle music, freestyle club music. I used to mix that shit all the time and just wanted to be like those DJs. And then looking on a bigger scale, I watched other DJs that I really looked up to, like Mixmaster Mike, Jam XJ, DJ Kubert. DJ Kubert's one of the DJs that got me into wanting to actually scratch. And then Mixmaster Mike as well. So as soon as I got my first pair of turntables, I was instantly on it like, I gotta learn how to scratch. Right. I had to teach myself, you know, it was all self-taught. All those DJs I saw in Southwest Detroit, like I said, they were OGs, you know, they were older. They weren't my boys. I didn't know them like that. So I didn't have nobody around to teach me how to DJ. So I just taught myself how to do it by ear, by watching other little videos and Mixmaster Mike, old school battle VHS tapes. Shit would be dope. DMC tapes. That stuff was real inspiring, you know?
So you were self-taught, and you know what, homie, I think it's still, you can tell you're still working on that craft. You're still getting way better at that craft.
Oh, yeah, you can't never get comfortable with your craft. If you get lazy and comfortable with your craft, that's when you start to stay at the same level or slow down, and you can't do that. I'm constantly practicing, constantly getting into stuff. You know, I'm a super studio nerd. You know, as we're doing this interview right now, I'm on my way to the studio. So.
Right. I just want to ask about the nickname Clay. Where did that come from?
Real name, no gimmick.
Real name, no gimmick. Dope.
Yeah, straight up, like, yeah, this is real name. I can't get more cut and dry than that. Pretty simple. Clay's been with me forever, you know. That's my real name.
Right.
My mom just threw the DJ in front of it when I was little. I was thinking, what should my DJ name be? I'm thinking You know, and one day my mom was playing around with me, and she was just like, "Oh, what are you gonna be, DJ Clay?" And I'm just like, "I guess, yeah."
So
and it sucked, you know.
Literally, from when you were like a little ass kid, then that name's been with you, DJ Clay. That's dope.
Yeah.
I want to ask about Armed Robbery Entertainment. Can you fill us in on that a little bit?
ARENT, man, it's a big movement in Southwest. It's a record label that's owned by me and my partner, Jose. We have an artist named Bells out on there. There's a couple other artists that are being developed on there. It's starting to make a lot of noise. It's something that we built from the ground up. And now, just recently, you know, we purchased a building. We got a building now, AR Entertainment does. We got the vault. I just opened up, I don't know if you read or anything or in the post, but we just opened up a public studio.
Oh, very dope.
So ninjas can come from wherever they want to come and come record at my studio. The studio that I'm heading to right now is called The Vault. So hit that up. I'm going to plug that. You know, you can also hit that up on Facebook, any of the social media outlets, The Vault Studios or The Vault Studios 313. See, it's more than just a studio, though, what we're doing is, the only way I can say is this is a place that I wish was around my neighborhood when I was coming up. And I've said this many times because it can be a one-stop shop for you if you really want it to be. There's CD duplication, there's photo, video, T-shirt printing, and a full-on recording studio all under one roof.
Very dope. Affordable? I gotta ask that.
Very affordable. $40 an hour with a 3-hour minimum. You know, a lot of people pay from $60 to $100 an hour for studios, but this is $40 an hour, which is very affordable. Like I said, it just brings me back to what I wish there was something like this when I was younger coming up. I'd have been going crazy if there's a place like this. You know, there's always been studios around, but I was paying top dollar. I was a little 14-year-old motherfucker paying top dollar and shit for, like, a nice studio, paying $60 an hour or whatever, you know. I wish I could do it for free. But, you know what? Free don't get the bills paid.
Right, I hear you, homie.
All the time. I wish I could. If I give back like that, I would. At least the studio bill need to be paid. We gotta keep the electricity on so we can power up the mic.
Oh, I hear you on that, homie. I want to ask about Shaggy's solo album there. I know that went through a whole bunch of different processes before we finally got to an end, but in the end, it was 100% DJ Clay production on that shit. So how long did it take to actually get that album put together to where you guys were happy with it?
There's a lot of moving around on it. I mean, like, there was a lot of touring going on in between the making as well. I went out and did the Sideways Room tour in January. Then we went out and did the short solo tour. Bada J Shaggy went out separately, and I went out with Shaggy during February. If you count all the days all together, if you take the touring away and everything, you know, we probably spent a good, not as long as you would think. Every time we were in the studio, we were in there, like, just murdering it. We were in there all great vibes, just me and Shaggy sitting in there and just murdering it, just going in the studio. But if we put it all together, it was probably took us about 3 months to do.
3 months?
Yeah, like if we would have sat down without no touring, it would have been like 3 months straight. So with the touring and everything, it took about 5 months, 6 months, something like that. But that was because we were gone for a month at a time.
Right, I hear you. Are we going to see a return of the Fuck Eva anytime soon?
Yeah, you will. We've been talking about it. We want to do it again and stuff. We were talking about doing one soon, but that timeline might have changed. But yeah, we're definitely going to do another Fuck Eva. I don't think we're ever really going to stop. You know, it's just, we like popping in and doing it. We really like doing it. We wish we could do it more, but sometimes our schedules don't allow us to.
Of course, yeah. Hi, homie. I just want to ask quickly, what is it, or how has it been working with these new cats on the label, Ouija and Lyte?
Ouija and Lyte, man, it's dope working with them. I love working with them. They both got crazy talent. I've known Lyte longer than I've known Ouija, but no matter what, though, anytime we sit in the studio, there's great chemistry. All I do is throw some beats on, and these guys are ready to go. Once I'm throwing some beats on, they're ready to go. I'm ready. Got a verse. All right, let's get it. Let's go. So there's great music being made, great stuff going on, especially with the production that I've been doing lately. I've always been real bass heavy on my production and stuff, and that's the type of stuff that they like as well. So it's been working out pretty cool. We always got great vibes and good laughs and good times in the studio. There's never a dull or stale moment. There's never a depressing or sad or bring me down moment in the studio. When any of us are in there together, with me, Lyte, Ouija, Hoodoo, ICP, when any of us are in the studio together, it's all good time.
Right.
Which makes for good production of a song.
Of course, yeah. A positive environment, of course, is going to bring out like a dope song. I hear you.
Exactly.
Hi, homie. I ask this question every episode of the podcast. Clay, if you were stranded on a deserted island and you had a Discman, but you only had 3 CDs with you. What 3 CDs do you got?
I was on an island, and I only could have 3 CDs with me to listen to. What CDs would they be? I would have Ice Cube's War and Peace Volume 1, the War Disc, with me, because that's something I can listen to from top to bottom. I'd probably have the Riddle Box with me, just to have a nice flavor, some wicked shit in there. It's one of my favorites as a old school juggalo.
You know what? That's probably the most popular answer we have on the podcast is the Riddle Box albums.
Really? That's dope. That's
Understandably,
dope.
Yeah.
And then the third one would have to be an OG mixtape, like I was just talking about, one of the old school cats from Southwest Detroit. It don't even matter which one. It would have to be one of those. So then I got the variety. I'm a DJ, man. I need variety. I need party shit. I need wicked shit. I need gangster rap. That's all the shit I listen to.
All right, homie. Clay, thank you so much for joining us. Is there any final words, any shout-outs that you want to give before we take off here?
I had to get my shout-outs at the beginning, and I'm going to give them out again. Shout-out to y'all over there at Faygoluvers, all the homies over there. Shout-out to the fam, to Juggalos. I love y'all. It's always much love, much respect. I'll see y'all at the Toys in the Hood show December 9th. Don't be scared. Come on out, Juggalos.
Thank you so much, homie.
No problem, dog.
I would describe a juggalo as creative and imaginative.
Whoop, whoop. It's kind of like a big club.
Everywhere you go, if you meet a juggalo, I mean, they'll feed you.
I'm too Jewish to be a juggalo. My allergies and whatnot.
Whoop, whoop. If you're in the family, it's nothing but love.
They get you high.
Whoop, whoop.
They're just a bunch of zany fans.
You know, if you meet some juggalettes, you might go a little further than that, you know what I'm saying?
Whoop, whoop! Every comedian I know that has performed in front of them says it's a nightmare.
I can't find face paint that's hypoallergenic enough to be a full-blown juggalo.
You know, juggalos are definitely family. They take care of each other.
From the diaphragm. Whoop, whoop!
Yeah, here's my deal, yeah.
I think there's just talented jugglers that follow them. Those are the juggalos. And it might be Spanish for juggler. Juggalo.
Yes, I knew Myron and Ethel Juggler. Juggalo.
Would it be Yugglo? Wouldn't it be Yugglo or something?
Whoop, whoop.
I would like to be considered a juggalo. If it, I don't know if I am considered a juggalo. I've been to the Juggalo Festival once.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, yes. Yeah, juggalo is when jugglers down a drink really quick. They juggalo it.
Whoop, whoop.
It's an old tradition among jugglers. They they'll like watch a TV show and every time that guy on CSI Miami takes his sunglasses off, they juggalo.
Here's my whoop whoop. It's double kickstands. It translates. In Spanish, English, or Japanese, it kind of means the same thing.
That's going to do it for this episode of the podcast. I want to thank all of you ninjas for tuning in. I want to send a big thank you over to my homie DJ Clay. Clay, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast. First ever Psychopathic Records artist on the podcast. Now I just got to get Lyte Ouija, Big Hoodoo, ABK, or ICP on the show. Shit would be dope. Ninjas, hit up that Toys in the Hood show December 9th at Harpo's in Detroit. Bring in an unwrapped gift. That gift is going to benefit a child in need this holiday season. Also, I want to send a big thank you over to Scottie D and Vinnie The ICP Kid for hooking it up with that interview with D-Lyrical. As I stated earlier, there's a link in the show notes for this episode where you can listen to the entire almost hour-long interview with D-Lyrical. Once again, props to my homie, Scottie D. When visiting iTunes Review Land, this episode we do have a brand new 5-star review. Very dope. This one's coming from Cherry Fuzz. They say, "Thank you, Roscoe, for always giving me something fresh to listen to while I'm at work. I'm always looking forward to the new episode and all the fresh Juggalo flavor you include. I like how the show is unbiased and you don't feed into any of the BS drama in the Juggalo world and always provide a positive perspective. Also, I thought that was super dope how you snuck in that sound clip at the end of your little girl reciting the Joker's cards. I'm impressed that she was able to distinguish between Jake and Jack, too. That's some good fathering, bro. Much clown love from Colorado out to Canada, and keep it up. Hell yeah. Very dope. Thank you so much, Cherry Fuzz. Ninjas, if you want your comment read on the air, hit up iTunes, give me a 4 or 5 star review. I will read your review on the Faygoluvers Podcast. Oh, and for you ninjas wondering about the sound clip of my daughter reciting the Joker's cards, if you listen to the last episode of the podcast, Suicide, I have an Easter egg. I'm not sure if many of you ninjas knew this. I'm sure most of you did, ninjas that actually listen to the podcast. On every single episode of the podcast, if you actually wait until the final song is done playing, there's an Easter egg at the end of every episode. If you didn't know that, go back and check them all out. Ninjas, on the next episode of the podcast, dropping on December 17th, it's going to be our annual Christmas episode of the Faygoluvers Podcast. Last year we had Daddy Longlegs of Wolfpack. This year we're going to have Kid Crusher on the show. And who better to have on a holiday-themed episode of the Faygoluvers Podcast than Kid Crusher? December 17th, tune in, faygolovers.net. One final thing that I want to mention before we take off on this episode of the Faygoluvers Podcast is that, and I am aware that Thanksgiving is over, but Psychopathic Records has actually issued a holiday message to the Juggalo family, and I just wanted to read it here on the podcast. It says, "This Thanksgiving, we here at Psychopathic Records are beyond grateful for the magic and beauty of our amazing Juggalo family. Happy Thanksgiving 17 to our Juggalo family worldwide. Wishing you a great holiday season, 17 in style. Much clown love to you all. Whoop whoop." Very dope. Alright, ninjas. Until next time, until the next episode of the podcast, dropping in 2 weeks, this is your homie Roscoe, reminding you to keep an open mind. Peace.
You know, I'd rather not answer them questions about, like, how I'm psychopathic and stuff, because I feel like everybody always asks me that on every interview.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. That's why I go over these. Okay.
I just feel like that's a played-out question. I feel like everybody knows already, you know? I don't feel like it's new material or nothing, you know?
Yeah, and you know what?
I know every interview I've ever did, you know?
I know the story of how that happened